Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Wednesday, August 21st meeting of the Lebanon Utility Service Board. Let the record reflect that we have a full slate of board members tonight and that there was a short working session prior at which no formal decisions were made. Please stand and join us for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, first item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes from the August 7th meeting. Everyone had a chance to review those minutes? If so, I would entertain a motion to approve those.
I move that we approve the minutes as written.
Second that motion.
All right, I have a motion and a second to approve the minutes from the August 7th meeting. Any other discussion or questions? All right, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Next item is an action item. It's looks like we have the economic development report, and it's all yours. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for taking the time to hear us speak. My name is Rachel Huser. I'm the new Economic Development Manager at the Boone EDC. Started back in November, and it's my pleasure to...
Yeah, just pull it up a little closer. There you go. Perfect.
Yeah.
It's my pleasure to have the opportunity to speak with you as well as introduce myself. So really to just go ahead and get started, we have the... apologies. Our 2018-2019 year-to-date in review. As I'm going through this, if there are any questions, please feel free to stop me along the way. Overview of the Boone EDC. So our main mission is to recruit and attract different businesses and employers to Boone County, and then within that, focus on the workforce as well as community development piece. So as we recruit and retain employers to Boone County, that goes over to the increased industrial and commercial assessed value, which then hopefully increases the utility users as well. From there, those tax dollars are then used for public safety, infrastructure improvements, and placemaking initiatives, which then help our community development overall, as well as help with the workforce that are coming to Boone County as a potential appealing place to have. Then it reduces the tax burden on residents here in Boone County as well as those coming into. So we really try to take that holistic viewpoint, looking at our three core competencies of business attraction, retention, and expansion for both large as well as small, helping build that utility base as well as help build that tax. And then from there, we focus on our workforce initiatives and our community development, having that holistic picture for all of the county. So based on 2018's results, our 10-year fiscal impact that we see for Boone County, we had 16 announced projects. Within that, $279 million capital investment, over 1,300 jobs, and 18 million tax impact. For Lebanon specifically, 6 announced projects, 193 million capital investment, and over 300 jobs with a 12.4 million tax impact. Along those lines, looking into 2019, we see this lead activity as well as these project announcements continue on track, which we are very excited for, as well as when we really focus on building our average wage for the community. So far this year to date, we've had 118 leads received. Existing buildings are still the biggest demand for those leads, and of those, 50% requests under 50,000. So really focusing on those smaller entities of existing buildings. The types of companies we're focusing on is 42% manufacturing, but we still receive a large amount of logistics and distribution company with 13%. For Lebanon in particular, manufacturing has been a big push for our city, so that has been a forefront thought of ours when we are submitting leads and things of that sort. Next, really focusing on our second and third tier, or our second and third core competencies, we are working on a workinboone.com, which is essentially Boone County's first job board. Within that, we have listed as many businesses as we can throughout Boone County, where we're focusing on by industry, where residents as well as workforce looking to come to Boone County are able to come find the business in the area that matches the industry of choice, and then be directed toward that business's job page. This is the first workinboone.com. We're not trying to recreate the wheel, not trying to create a jobs board. It's like a monster or something, but it is an opportunity for employers to post jobs as well as employees or potential employees to find a job all in Boone County. So this you can see is our main tagline on our page. We have our featured Boone County partners listed, where you will be able to have a logo and then a direct link. You all, as one of our featured partners, have that capability currently and is already on this webpage when it is launched to the public in September. So from there, you would be able to click the Lebanon Utilities logo, which will then be placed to this page. This forefront is essentially describing what Lebanon Utilities or that business does, and then we'll have a direct link to your overall main page, as well as then to a jobs page of your choosing where you want them to be directed. So we'd be happy to talk more one-on-one if you would like, or connect with the HR professional to have that capability ramped up. But this is where it stands right now, and we're really excited for this opportunity for our local businesses, specifically our featured partners of the Boone EDC, as we launch this initiative. The jobs board overall, workinboone.com, will be launched in September with a very active marketing campaign reaching out to the public. For the past 3 months, we've been reaching out to local businesses, building that business population in the back end of the site. Lastly, kind of going into the community development page, we've been really focusing on easy placemaking initiatives to start out. We recently hired another associate, Amy Hammerly, who's been in charge of the workforce development and the community development for our organization. And this has been a big initiative on her front, is purchasing very large games and acting as a placemaking activities for all of our investors as well as all of the communities that we partner with. So as an investor, if you have any team building activities, or for this was actually for the Lebanon City Market. We used the Pocket Square Park as an opportunity to gain more of that community interaction. How do we create a place where people want to live, work, and play? That's our biggest initiative. So this has been at the forefront. As you can see, we have a giant Connect Four, giant checkers, and giant Jenga as a way to really interact with the community, so we have that holistic picture. And with that, just a little bit over of our team. As I mentioned, myself in the middle, Molly Whitehead is our executive director who stands. She just celebrated her 5th year with the Boone EDC, so we're ecstatic to have that. Kim Hefner is still on board, and she is our director of marketing and communications. So if you have any questions in relation to that, and then Amy and Rachel and Emma and I are on board as well. And at this point, I'd like to open up to any questions or concerns that I may be able to assist with.
I don't know if it's accurate when I'm looking at this, but 2018 looks like this pretty good year, in my opinion.
Yes, we were thrilled with 2018, and even more so, the average wage that we saw continually increase was what we were thrilled about. It was over $20 an hour, so we continually strive to increase that average wage for the county and the communities itself.
Excellent. Any questions? All right, well, this is an action item. Have a motion, entertain a motion to continue our support of the Boone EDC physically and financially for the 2019-2020 year. Anybody has any questions or discussion?
What kind of support economically have we been doing in the past?
I don't know that, Bill. That might, if Sandra's not here, and I don't know if Ed's
I want to say
equipped
that I think it's $7,500 a year.
That's the financial, yes.
75.
financial,
500 or 75,000?
7,500.
Yeah. Yeah, 7,500, yes.
Okay,
If you want to raise that, that's your option, gentlemen, but that's what was done the last 2 years.
okay.
And then it's-
Last 2 years, okay.
Yes, sir.
And then physically, I mean, do we lend some manpower here and there, or some bodies, or, yeah?
Most definitely, most definitely. Specifically, what I can speak to is when we, for our business attraction, the area that I handle predominantly are leads from the state, and usually we will have a request for information, and that could be anywhere from 4 questions to 104. So your team at Lebanon Utilities has been influential in helping us achieve
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, we often get leads from them, and we correspond back and forth trying to attract new businesses. And I was just down their office, I want to say a month ago, where they had a workshop for how to attract small businesses to the community. So they do good work. I think it's a good investment.
To the extent you're going to make a motion that has a dollar figure in it, I would suggest that you include the actual amount.
In regards to the comment from the council there, motions this open-ended and, in my opinion, kind of vague, give me pause.
Yeah, so we can tighten it up with a specific amount, which I would recommend, actually, to make the motion for a specific amount.
I think we should, yeah.
And I heard earlier, we had 7,500 the last how many years?
Last 2.
Last
for
2
sure.
years.
Last 2 years, okay. I mean, obviously, I'm not voting, but would anybody else support bumping that to 8,000 this year, since we haven't made any adjustments in the past? Or, I'll leave that to you guys, but just kind of one of the thoughts I had.
Aaron, to address your question or concern about any kind of physical assistance that we've provided in the past, that's been subject to the GM's discretion on how to handle that. So I've not in the past been typically worried about that, but I would like to see a dollar figure included.
All right, any other questions or discussion? If not, I'll entertain a motion if someone wants to put one together.
I make a motion that we continue to financial support and increase it to $8,000 a year.
Second.
Motion made by Bill, seconded by Dan, to increase our support of the Boone Economic Development Committee to $8,000 a year from $7,500 previously. Any additional questions or discussion? All right, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, thank you, ma'am. Appreciate your being here and your presentation.
Thank you very much. Appreciate your support.
Yep.
Yeah, if you guys don't have one, then you can get a large chess set instead of checkers. I always lose at checkers. And
I'll add it to Amy's list.
my son's into Harry Potter, and it's probably, they do that Harry chess thing there, so it probably would be a draw, so.
Thank you. All right, next item on the agenda is approval of claims. Anybody have any questions about the claims and had a chance to review the claims?
Move we approve the claims.
Second.
Motion by Dan, seconded by Jim to approve the claims. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All righty. Next item is other business that might come before the board. Ed, do you have anything tonight or any other discussion from anybody on the board?
I have a question for Ed. We have a contractor working on a comprehensive study of the wastewater system. When do we expect to receive that report?
I think by the end of the month, it was the
End
Butler
of
Fairman
what,
assignment.
end of what month? Which month?
At the end of September.
End of September?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
All right, of course, we welcome any public comment if there is any tonight. All right, looks like the next meeting is scheduled for Wednesday, September 4th at 5 p.m. Anybody have anything else? If not, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion, we adjourn?
Second.
Motion and second to adjourn. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, stand adjourned. Thanks, everybody.